Hi folks, thanks for visiting my YouTube channel. In this video we're going to discuss about some exciting features in C# 9. We're going to talk about init-only property and records. Right, let's get the ball rolling. Right, we've got a person class here. So the person class has got a few properties like gender, height, weight and age. Okay, let's actually go and create a new object. Let's call person 1 maybe, and let's instantiate it to person, and just let's do an object initializer. Let's set some values. Before that, let me change the person one to John. Let me go to some values. So let's say gender, let's set to male, and let's set the height to 1.72, weight let's set to 65.7, and age to 35.
You're allowed to go and change John to John's age maybe to 20, which is a changeable, which is more mutable. You can do this, but we don't want mutable to happen in an object once it's been created. So in C# 9, they've got init setter, which is a way to make the objects immutable. So let's see how it works. So let me go and change the age to init here. And if you see, straight away the compiler says you can't change it. It also gives an information init only property or index person.age can only be assigned in an object initializer. So what it means is you can only set properties when you use object initializers. So your window is actually closed once you've actually finished setting the properties. This is a fantastic feature in C# 9, and if you want to make the entire object immutable, you can go ahead and set remove the set everywhere, and you can just make it in it. I can make a gender in it, and I can make the height in it as well, weight as well. So just make everything in it. So which means I cannot actually set anything once the object has been created. Great. Now, so that's one feature we have here. Also do here is if you decide to extend the person object, or if you decide to inherit from the person object, from the person class, you can do it. So for example, I can just go and create a class called teacher, and I can actually go and extend the inherit from the person. So and then what I can do here is, and then I can go and create a new object, maybe it's got Claire this time, which will be so I'm just pretty much going to copy everything here, just paste it. I'm supposed to have a teacher instead of Claire, and just change this to some more fields, and maybe could change the class to HD30 just to maybe a bit different. Now the same works here as well. Now if you just go and hit clear, if you want to change Claire's height um, to maybe you just want to say 1.5, you cannot do it. So you just see that it has the same error message comes up. So yes, this is an excellent feature in C# 9 init only property, which helps the entire object to be immutable, which is a great feature.
Great. We just saw init property, which is basically it's immutable on the property level. Now let's see how we can make an immutable object. In C# 9, they've introduced something called a record, which would make a reference type immutable object but behave like a value. Let me explain what it means. So let's quickly have a look what record means. Right, so let's go back to the same class. We've got the person class. So just to change this person class into record, you just remove the class and just type in record. So that's done. So that's changed the record. So we can actually improvise this. So one way to do it, you can use this new pattern match, which basically uses the constructor in place. So what you can do is you can just go and type in something like this, and then you can just quickly type in a string gender. You can type in string height, string weight, and probably the int age, and then we could just assign it gender, height, weight, age is what you do, and finally you just assign them to the values. You're going to get them from the constructor. So gender, height, weight, and age. Yes, so just remove, see if I'm here, and if close it. So it's still not happy about something. What is not happy about? It's not happy about. Okay, so this says it cannot convert string into double. Okay, sorry, it's false. So we just need to pass some double here and pass some double here. Great. So now that is pretty much. This is more like a more neater way of doing it. So we could also do something else here. So we can further improvise this. This is an excellent feature in C# 9, which I personally really love it. This feature will actually help us to write clean code and also help us to not to write a repeatable code, and it's extremely time saving. So what is that feature? It's quite simple. What you do is just, if you go here and in the record, you just put the parameters in. So I'm just going to copy this from here. Just copy this, paste it. I'm just going to change everything here. Just going to put everything in capitals. Just take the weight, W. Capitals. And now, and I'm just going to clean everything off here. That's it. That's all you need. So this basically all the properties. This is actually, if you just undo this back, this is exactly the same as what we're having here. So this whole line of code is just replaced by the top line of code. That is an amazing feature from C# 9. So this is how you set records. So enough we've created the records. The next thing is the question appears, can we inherit records? Of course we can inherit records. All we need to do here is just change this to record, and you just need to pass in the values in the constructor. The easiest way to do is just go choose generate the constructor option here, and that's done for you. So that's how you would actually inherit inherit records. Okay, so now we have to change a bit here. So what we need to do is so if we see John, it's we were passing in as we are setting the properties here. So instead of that, if you just instantiate, you just pass those values here. So I'm just going to pass them over here in the constructor. So that should actually work now. Just quickly do the tidy up at the top. Say 35. So that is pretty much we're done. And clean this off. Actually, I can clean everything off actually. And we just need to do the same thing for the teacher. If you just it's 1.72 67.7 and 30. Okay, so that's for Claire, which the teacher is just Claire. Okay, so that's pretty much we've tidied it up now. Now, so once you've created records, as I mentioned before, record is immutable reference type, which means it can't be changed. But however, if you want to change a record, we have to create or we have to create a new object. You have to instantiate and create a new object, and then you can use with keyword to change the values in the record. Let's create another car. So let's search out another Claire, and Claire width, and if we in the height, we'll change the height to 1.5. So assign the height to 1.5, and this is another Claire where the value has been changed from 1.72 to 1.5, and this is how you would do it. So still, it's the Claire is immutable, but it gives you an option if you want to change. But still, you can do it, but you have to create another object and then copy Claire with the new value height into the new object. So this is how you actually set values in a record. Right, so the next thing which we're going to see here is, so far we've seen how to tidy it up, how to set them up. And the next thing we're going to see here is, I've explained, if you look into my sentence when I told initially, so record is immutable reference type, but which behaves like and value. So what does it mean? Is, so for example, if you have Claire here, which is set this value, and you've got John here. So if you want to see if John is equal to Claire, it should return a false. Okay, so let's quickly check that. Or you can also do another Claire dot equals Claire. So if you do a console log, spell console rightly, console right line. So in this instance, if you okay, maybe like value check, maybe value check. We're just going to see if the value is checked. So I would expect this to throw false. Reason being is so the value has changed, the height has changed, and then you can always use equal to check the value. Okay, let's run this console app and see what happens. There you go. So the value check is false. So you would see that is checked, the value is checked, the value is false. Yeah, so these are some exciting and very nice immutable functionalities in C#9.
Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, thumbs up it, share it, leave some comments. Last but not the least, subscribe to it, and don't forget to click the bell button.